Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Jonathan. I'm a spiritual guide, a healer, and a medium. To my returning subscribers, welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. And thank you for supporting my channel by liking, sharing, and especially commenting. I love to interact with you guys. In today's video, this is your weekly message from your angels. And I really want you to only take what resonates with you because this is a general channel message. Now on with the message. This week, you're being called to take a look back as far as the past month and a half, as far as what is it that you've experienced, as far as certain extreme situations that came forth, because these extreme situations came forth in order for you to learn a life lesson, in order for you to understand what is it that you must let go of, in order for you to heal at a certain level. Because this week you're being asked to take a step back and really begin to reach this perfect balance, which is going to allow you to get into this flow state on your journey. Therefore, start evaluating your life as far as your work life to personal life. Right now, is there a certain imbalance? Right now, are you working to live or are you living to work? Really start to look at this. And an example, if right now you're at one extreme, there's an imbalance as far as you're putting in too many hours. Start looking as far as what is it right now that you could go without? What is it right now that you're willing to let go? And view it this way, as far as on your spiritual journey, especially if you haven't discovered exactly what your life purpose is right now, or else you've just begun to discover and you're now just beginning to take action. Ask yourself this: what is it that you're willing to sacrifice now as far as short-term loss for long-term gains? How is it that you're able to, example, bring forth more resources to be able to invest in yourself? And as far as these energies, we had the super blood moon in May. We had an eclipse also with it. And then in June with the new moon, we had the solar eclipse. Therefore, a lot of things were coming up to the surface. It was basically, you were having situations come out in the extreme. And this was happening to make it crystal clear as far as what life lessons meant to be learned, as far as what is it that you're meant to let go, as far as certain unhealed emotions that might be coming up where you've hung on to this pain long enough, and it is now time to let it go. It is now time to begin to feel more and more worthy of receiving manifestations, as an example. And a lot of individuals have gone through karmic relationships, which doesn't have to be romantic relationships, but these soulmates have came forth and have taught us some very valuable lessons. But at a certain point with karmic soulmate, you've learned your lesson, you've given them a lesson, whether they've learned it or not, it's up to them. But at a certain point, now time to let them go. It's now time to create this distance. It's the same thing as far as the individuals that you hang around with. Are you able to be your authentic self right now? Or else you're having to put on a mask and continue to be the exact same person you were previously before having your awakening. It might be time to begin to create some distance. And it does bring up certain emotions. You might feel some anxiety come up, some stress, some worry about letting go of certain individuals or situations. But as far as humans, we are conditioned, no matter how painful of a situation we're going through, if it's repetitive enough, we become familiar with those emotions. You could be going through an abusive relationship as an example, where at first it's always painful, but this pain at first is something new. But then all of a sudden it becomes familiar, and just the thought of getting out of this relationship brings up this intense amount of anxiety and worry and stress, because you will be stepping into the unknown, because you will be doing something completely new. But right now, ask yourself this: how much self-love do I have? How much self-worth do I have? And begin to choose that self-love. Begin to tap into your heart space and truly follow your intuition moving forward. And look as far as each and every single different aspect of your life right now, as far as being able to reach this perfect balance. It's just like when you're going through the spiritual awakening process. After you've gone through an intense session, not just a session, but intense couple of months, as an example, intense 6 months of purging. All of a sudden you shift into the extreme divine feminine energy. All of a sudden your intuition is heightened up like never before. All of a sudden you become hyperly sensitive. And this happens with absolutely everything in spirituality, because you need to become extremely aware as far as these energies. You need to become extremely aware as far as the gifts, as far as amping up your spiritual gifts. But then all of a sudden you start to reach this balance. And it's the same thing after you start to push forth with creating the life of your dreams, as far as beginning to serve your life purpose. You're going to shift into the extreme divine masculine energy, and all of a sudden you're going to be feeling like, oh my God, I'm not feeling any emotion. I'm literally rationally thinking my way forward. I'm pushing forth like a soldier, which is completely normal, because at a certain point you can't have any outside interference. At a certain point, nothing can stop you from moving forth in the path that you've chosen. But then after a certain point, you get that balance between the divine feminine and masculine energy. And right now, look, as far as your work life to home life, is there an imbalance? And if there's an imbalance, the most likely imbalance is working too many hours. And you have to ask yourself this: do you want to live to work, or do you want to work to live? Is it necessary to have every single thing that you have in your life right now? Is there certain things that you're able to let go of? Is there certain things that you're willing to sacrifice for the journey that you're about to head on? And you're going to quickly discover a lot of things you're able to sacrifice. And now you're going to be able to create more resources to be able to spend in yourself as far as the path that you have now chosen. Look at this, even your friendships. Are your friendships on an equal level, or else are you still having to act like the old version of yourself? Are you still having to be the old version of yourself? Are you fully able to open up as far as what is it that you're going through, who you have become, and especially these newfound beliefs that you have created? You've been able to let go of self-limited beliefs. Are you able to open up about this? Because right now it might be time to create that distance, whether it's permanent or temporary, it does not matter. But it's really trusting your heart space, trusting your intuition as far as how you should move forward, as far as who should stay in your life, as far as who should let go. And really begin to treat your body like a temple, whether it's certain unhealthy habits or else just an unhealthy lifestyle. Begin to create this healthy life change. Begin to allow those emotions to come out instead of suppressing them with certain substances, as an example. It's painful when it comes out. It can create certain stress, some anxiety, some fear when it comes up. But once it's released, now your intuition, your heart space is able to get back up to its natural emotional state of being, which is to live out of love, joy, and happiness. And once you're able to fully open up that heart chakra, everything is going to begin to align itself. You're going to begin to see more and more signs and synchronicities. You're going to strengthen this connection with God and your angels. That guidance is going to become clear, which is going to bring forth more courage. You're going to become braver. You're going to raise your level of faith, your level of certainty, which is going to naturally change your beliefs at a subconscious level, which is going to naturally amp up as far as becoming a powerful manifester, as an example. It's going to amp up as far as really being able to trust your intuition, even though you're rationally thinking is saying, no, don't do this. Don't decide to go down that route. You know within your heart that your heart is able to pick out timelines. Therefore, on the surface, it might seem as a painful or a negative situation, but in reality, you're just taking a shortcut. You just haven't seen the destination yet. So really this week, tap into your heart space, really begin to create this balance. Wherever there's an imbalance over the past month and a half, it has been shown to you, it has been amplified up enough for it to be completely clear as far as what needs to be let go. Where is there some imbalances? And give yourself permission out of self-love to create this balance. And sometimes it is about having to let go of certain things, having to simplify your life. But as you simplify your life, you release stress. And once you release stress, once you release fear, as an example, tap into your heart space, nothing is going to stop you. That's when the magic begins to happen. When you follow your heart, not rationally thinking. And if you're remotely feeling stressed out, just getting yourself out in nature for 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, clearing that mind and just observing, and open up to your angels and your guides. If right now there's a certain situation that you're going through that's difficult, you're not finding the way out, you're looking for answers, open up to your angels and your guides and ask them to help you release this blockage. Ask them to help you to understand a situation on a much deeper level. Getting that meditation, and even if it's just 5-10 minutes first thing in the morning, it's going to really help clear that mind, and you're going to see your days are going to become a lot less stressful, and it's going to be a lot smoother of a day. And if it's needed, if you need this alone time, especially you, my empath, if you need this alone time, take it. An empath should have at least 1 hour of alone time per day in order to clear off other people's energies, clear off all the thoughts, and just re-raise their vibrational frequency back up. Well, that's going to do it for the angel message. I wish you guys an incredible week, and really see everything that's coming as happening for you, not against you. Love yourself enough to reach that perfect balance and prepare yourself for the next stage of your journey. Well, that's going to do it for the message. I love you guys. You guys have an awesome day. Namaste.